Hello, this video is a trailer for my latest Skillshare class. The link for the full class is in the description, and if you're not already a Skillshare member and you use the link below, you'll get an extra 30 days for free. If you're on the journey to licensing your designs as an illustrator or surface pattern designer, having an online hub where you can send clients to browse your work is essential if you want to start pitching to companies and getting your artwork licensed. If you have any kind of Adobe subscription, then you probably already have the Adobe Portfolio suite included as part of your plan. Using the Adobe Portfolio platform to build your website is a great way to get some extra value out of your subscription. My name is Rebecca Flaherty and I'm a floral pattern obsessed artist and digital content creator. I've licensed numerous designs over the last few years, and many of these leads came through clients finding my work on social media or Pinterest, clicking through to view my online portfolio, and then getting in touch with me from the contact form there. That's how easy it can be to send clients to your work and why it's so important to have a system like that in place. I'm going to go through the whole process of setting up a website using the Adobe Portfolio interface from start to finish. We'll cover everything from your first login all the way through to hitting publish and sharing the link with clients. It's really important to know that you don't need to be able to code, I certainly don't, and you don't need to have any existing knowledge about website design to take this class or use the Adobe Portfolio interface. It's a really simple platform and very beginner friendly. In this class, you'll learn your way around the portfolio interface, how to choose a theme for your portfolio, and how to set up an eye-catching homepage. We'll look at how to organise your work into categories so that buyers can easily find the art they are looking for, and how to set up a contact page so they can get in touch with you right from inside your website. We'll go through all of the options and customization settings so that you've got everything you need to get on with building a portfolio website that matches your style and brand aesthetic. We'll also look at some of the pros and cons on having a password protected website if that's something you think you might need. And please don't worry if new things scare you. We'll be covering things in a really intuitive order so that you don't get too overwhelmed. I'll cover one thing at a time, starting with the bare minimum that you need in order to quickly get you to the point where you're ready to start uploading your artwork to your website. Then you can come back and play with the settings and layout once the important parts are in place. Having a little home for yourself on the internet is a really important item to check off the to-do list if you want to move from art hobbyist to a professional who's ready to start licensing or selling their art. You don't need to have an all singing and all dancing website. A simple, easy to navigate portfolio to show off your designs, plus a contact page is actually all that you need. And if you follow the steps in this class, that's exactly what you'll have. Let's go. As always, every artist and designer has their own way of doing things, and in this class I'm going to show you how I put a portfolio website together. If you can, it would be no bad thing to watch similar classes by other artists and implement some of their ideas too. There's no one way to do these things, and the more inputs you have, the better. In truth, I've wanted to make a class like this for a long time, but I was hesitant to make a class solely focused on one portfolio platform that maybe not everyone would have access to. I know that not everyone uses Adobe software, and unlike me saying that anything you make in Photoshop you can probably also do in Affinity Designer, it's not quite the same for building a website. But then I also realised without getting platform specific and going through it in detailed step by step, it wouldn't actually be a very useful or implementable class. So because Adobe Portfolio is what I got started with, it's what I know how to use and what I have access to, that's what I'm going to be using for this class. You may not even be aware of this, but if you have any kind of Creative Cloud plan, then you will probably have Adobe Portfolio included with it already in your subscription. You can check this by signing into Creative Cloud, click on Manage Account, and then have a look in your included apps and services. It will be under Web Apps, and it took me way too long to realise this was a thing I already had access to when I was procrastinating over getting my portfolio together. Some of the concepts and advice I'll be going over will apply to all portfolio websites in general. So even if you ultimately use another platform for your portfolio, then you'll still come away with some good ideas to get you started. Do bear in mind though that this class ultimately is about building an Adobe portfolio website, and I'm not going to be able to answer any technical questions that you might have about other platforms. In its most basic form, a portfolio website needs to be able to display your work in an organised format, ideally be easy to sort through using something like tags or categories, and be easy for you to maintain and add to. If you already have a website, it can be something as simple as an image gallery that you've set up on a dedicated page. Even if you do already have a website, you can still host your portfolio somewhere else and then link to it from your normal website. This way, you can take advantage of the portfolio templates, styling, and features that are available on the Adobe Portfolio website platform, which might not be available on the framework which your own website is built on. Let's have a look at my portfolio website here. Up in the top here, you can see I've sorted my designs into various themes or collections. This makes it easier for a buyer to narrow their search when they're looking for something specific. Then you can click on one of these images. You'll recognize this as a cell sheet if you've taken the last class I made. And in fact, if you haven't taken that class, then I definitely recommend that as a follow-on or even before this one, as we'll be using those cell sheets we made to fill out our portfolio. So once you click on the cover image for one of the artworks, this then opens a page for that design where you can add more information to it, like a description or mock-ups. Your class project is to share a screenshot of either a page like this or from the homepage of your portfolio. Doesn't have to be finished, doesn't have to be using Adobe Portfolio, and it can, like I said, just be an image gallery on your own website if that's all you have available to you for now. So now that you have a feel for what we're going to be working on, let's get started.